All right, we got Ms. Leslie's 2014 Nissan Altima here. You'll see I got it up in the air. I got this tire off. I'm going to show you folks how to change the lower control arms. So they have a bad habit of these bushings. They get under some serious stress and they dry rot and crack out like that. So we're going to go ahead and get that swapped out for her. I'm also going to change the strut and the sway bar links. I will make a video on the sway bar links. I've already made a video on the strut on the other side, so we won't be tackling that now. But this control arm can be a real booger if you don't know how to do it. It's still not like super mega easy, but it's pretty darn easy if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to run into a big struggle trying to get everything lined up. So order of events is very important here. Get it up in the air, get it supported, get your tire off. Also, I'm going to say I will have a link up here in the video and in the description below for the control arms we are using, which are Detroit axle control arms, and as well as the sway bar links and the struts. Everything that I'm putting on this is Detroit axle. It's good stuff. So if you want to order that, that really helps us out. They give us kickbacks. Otherwise, you can get it at your local parts house, but we're going to get right into it. So step number one, we're going to come in here. Let me turn my light on for you folks. There we go. So now you can probably see that dry rotted bushing better and that one over there. So we're going to come in here at the bottom. We have an 18mm bolt with a nut on this side. You'll see I've already broke it loose and started backing it out. So we're going to take that out, and then we are going to use a small punch to knock that bolt out. Once you got the nut off, we're going to take a small punch like this, put it in the center of the bolt, and just tap it on through so it is out. Voila! Now, if you got the Detroit axle ones, this bolt comes with the new control arm, so you can go ahead and just get rid of it. Step number two, we got a 21mm headed bolt that comes through here and a 21mm nut. We're going to zip this one out and this one out and get those removed. All right, that's all three fasteners holding the control arm in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of our weight here. Now I'm just going to kind of grab this and hang on the ball joint down here. See if we can't pop it loose from the spindle, just like that. Just like that there. Now, I want to pull it all the way out if I can. You're going to need some pry bars. That guy don't want to budge. So there's just not quite enough travel to get it all the way out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a jack. If you're doing this on the ground, you can just use a floor jack, but we're going to go right up on the spindle right here, and we're going to raise it up a little bit, so that way we have enough clearance to get our ball joint out. And look how terribly I just lined that up. There we go. You fool. All right, now pull. She ain't budging again. I'm gonna come in here and start working it out on this end too.
A few minutes later.
Ow! 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 Throw right in the hand. Oh! Golly, don't do that. That hurted. That hurted real bad. Ow. Ooh. Smashed it. Smashed it right there on that guy when it came loose. Think it's broken? I'm just kidding. It's not broken. It just hurts. Here's our new bolt for the ball joint. It's going to come with this nice little cap on it. You can set that aside. I will say though, it doesn't feel like it's filled with any grease, which is kind of crazy. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and start sliding our control arm back kind of into position. The part that sucks the most, and what I did last time on the other side, so I got it kind of into place here. I took my rubber mallet, just started, started kind of beating it up into place. I can't even swing my mallet good because I smushed my hand. Okay, so what we're doing there as I'm hitting it, I'm watching where the holes are kind of. So we're gonna try and get one of the sides in first, then we'll beat and pry the other side to get that bolt through. Once those are through, then I'll show you the trick on how to get the ball joint back onto the spindle. All right, here we are after what feels like an eternity of tapping it with a mallet, moving it with the crowbar, using our little punch to align the holes. We got them both in and both nuts started enough that they ain't gonna come out. So now here's where the little trick comes into play to make it easier. So we got our lower control arm here. We could pull this down. We could try and stab it in the bottom of the spindle. But the problem is you can never get it to line up right to slide all the way up in there. It's a huge nightmare. So what you do is now we're gonna come up here. We're gonna pop these 21 millimeters out of the strut tower here and release the spindle. And then we can pick the spindle up and move it how we need to drop it down onto the ball joint. And that is gonna make what may not seem like it now, but if you don't do this, is the worst part of this job by a mile. Much easier. All right, we're gonna separate that, and then we're just gonna lift it up like this. We use our head, use whatever you gotta use. We just bring it over, set it on the ball joint, and it'll fall right like that. Hopefully you can see that and I wasn't blocking all of it, but we're already in there like swimwear. We just gotta put our bolt in now. And that is the trick, because that is actually the hardest thing if you don't just disconnect that upper strut. So then at that point, you'll just stick your spindle back in, realign it to your strut there. After you got this bolt in, drop it all the way back down, realign it, get those bolts in. I'm gonna change that strut, so I'm not gonna do that. Hopefully that all kind of made sense though. Now all we need to do is put our new bolt in right here, tighten it down, and then what we're gonna do is keep this jack in the same spot. I'm gonna change the strut, and then you want to jack it all the way up to where you're basically at like you were sitting on the ground, like in full suspension. Then you can tighten these bolts down. I will put the torque spec up on the screen now for these two control arm bolts and this spindle bolt. That's really all there is to it. Hopefully that made some semblance of a video, or you at least got to laugh whenever I smashed my hand like a buffoon. But yeah, the video helped you out. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more.